Do you know a lot about something? I think you do. If you think real hard, you'll come up with something that you know a lot about. It could be basketball, it could be playing an instrument, it could be you know a lot about chocolate. For today's assignment, you're going to create a blog where you share with the world your knowledge of, well, something. Not someone, but something. We're not blogging about anybody in particular. We're blogging about something you know about. We're going to do this using Google Docs. And I'm also going to teach you a tool within Google Docs called, a voice recorder, which you're going to love, especially if typing is not really your thing. So here we go. Here I am in Google Classroom. You can find the assignments in Stream, or you can go to classwork. To me, it's easier to find in classwork, so I'm going to classwork. It is an assignment using Google Docs, so you will find it in Google Assignments. And then it's the top one, dated January 27th, blog I know a lot about. So this is the assignment that we're doing today. Let's click it. It says click the link to open the instructions for this assignment. Complete the assignment and turn your link in here. If you need help with the assignment, go to Class Resources in Google Classroom and click the link for the instructional video titled I Know a Lot About, which is what we're watching here. So here we go. The instructions. I'm going to click right here to get my instructions. And it opens up, and here we go. Here's the instructions. It says, in this assignment, you will learn to use voice typing to create a blog about something you know a lot about. Follow the instructions below to complete the assignment. All right, number one, open Google Drive. Choose the folder. Number two is choose the folder, your PIT folder, and then click New and choose Google Doc. This is what we've done on other assignments. The meaning for doing that is that, well, it stays organized. Everything you're doing for my class will be put into the PIT folder. That's why we do it this way, so that when you get to be a senior, you're not having to shuffle through things you did in 8th grade. All of my stuff will be together, and hopefully you'll learn some organization and be able to organize your 9th grade year, 10th grade, and so on and so forth, so that you don't have a big mess in your Google Drive once you get to be seniors. All right, so I'm going to start out by doing number one, open Google Drive. So that's not Google Drive. Let me get to Drive. There we go. I'm in Google Drive. Now, I want to be inside of my Principles of Information Technology folder that I created, so I'm going to go ahead and double click that. And I am creating a doc, so I'm going to choose Doc. And now I'm ready to begin. So I'm going to hit New, and it is a Google Doc, and I have a new Google Doc. Currently, it's titled Untitled. The instructions tell me to name it Blog. I know a lot about. So I come up here to my file name and I title it Blog. I know a lot, spacebar, about. All right, title's done. Now I'm going to go back to the instructions. And as you do this assignment, you'll just go back and forth to the instructions. I may not necessarily do that throughout the video, but again, the instructions are found in Google Classroom, and you just simply go back and forth. So I've officially named my file. I've done number 1, 2, 3, 4 here. I'm on number 5 now. It says find the voice typing in the Tools menu. Okay, so I'm looking for voice typing in Tools menu. So I go back to my blog where I need to write. The menus across the top are labeled File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools, Add-on, and Help. I want the Tools menu, so I'm going to click Tools. And about 3/4 of the way down, I see Voice Typing. So let me go ahead and click that. All right. Now, before I click to speak, I need to know what it is I'm going to talk about, which is why last week I gave you the homework assignment to come up with what it is you're going to talk about. I've already decided I'm going to talk about Disney World. So here we go. I'm going to click to speak. When I click this button over on the left, it will, I believe, turn red, if memory serves me correctly, and it will record until I click it again to turn it off. All right, here we go. Notice that it's asking, should I allow, and you may not be able to see this that pops up, but it says Google Docs wants to use your microphone. Do you want to allow or block it? Yeah, I want to allow it. I need the microphone. So I'm going to click allow. And we're recording, as you can see. Have you ever wanted to go to the happiest place on earth? Question mark. Today I'm going to talk about Disney World! Exclamation point. I've visited Disney World many times over the last 15 years, and today I would like to share with you some of the tips that I have learned. Period. Let's start with where to stay. Period. There are many places to choose from when you visit Disney World. You could stay at a campground. You could stay at a hotel. You could stay at a vacation rental by owner. You could stay, well, I guess you could sleep in your car somewhere, but that doesn't sound like much fun, period. It's hot in Florida! Exclamation point. I've stayed at Disney resorts in the past, period. My favorite Disney resort is Port of Orleans, French Quarter, period. It is smaller than the other resorts and has excellent bus service, period. The next thing I want to talk to you about is my favorite rides at Disney World, period. Some of my favorite rides include Toy Story Mania, comma, Test Track, comma, and I really like Soarin', exclamation point. So, Toy Story Mania. It's this shooting game where it's, I think they call it 4D, maybe just 3D. But you get in this little cart and they have these interactive screens that you spin around and you try and hit the targets to get points. And the person with the most points wins, period. Each time a new round starts, a new competition begins, period. Test Track is a racing game. You build your favorite race car, and then you get to go race it out on a racing track. It is really cool, exclamation point. Soarin' is a ride where you feel as though you're hang gliding over different parts of the United States, period. It really feels like you're flying through the air, and Disney is so cool that it adds in scents, like the scent of the ocean and the scent of a pine tree, exclamation point. So the next time you visit Disney World, you should consider staying at the Port of Orleans French Quarter, period. And you definitely do not want to miss riding Toy Story Mania, Test Track, and Soarin'. All right, so as you can see, as I spoke, the words came up, and I also put in the punctuation. Now, I've got a little cleaning up to do here because, well, you can see I have a lot of squiggly lines here because my speech is not perfect. And so therefore, I've just got to go back and clean up a little bit. So where there's a squiggly line, I'm going to right click on it and see what it is. It said I should change it to is. Let's see, my favorite Disney resort. Yes, definitely. Notice that I did have my favorite Disney resort. Yes, Port of Orleans French Quarter. No one says voice typing is perfect. So, I mean, I've got to go back and fix that. Of course, I did not mean to say yes. I think I said is, but it heard me wrong. So I'm going to fix it. Then I go down here. The next thing I want to talk to you about is, oh, look, it thought I said this, but I really said is. If I right click, yep, it's giving me that choice. Then it wants me to capitalize so. Probably shouldn't start a sentence with so. So let me go ahead and back that up. I said it, but that's not the way I would write it. So I'm fixing that. And it says Toy Story Mania. It's the shooting game where it's at, I think they call it maybe 3D. All right, so that sentence isn't making any sense at all. So I'm going to have to fix it. Toy Story Mania is a shooting game where, all right, we're going to get rid of all of this, where you spin around. There. It's a shooting game where you spin around and you try and hit the targets to get points, and the person with the most points wins. Okay, so my grammar's a little off, but you can see I'm changing this up. I won't bore you any further by showing you all the corrections, but you see, I have to go through and I have to fix it. I have to proofread it. Okay, so I'm finished with my voice recording, and let's pretend like I have this done, that all of the grammar and spelling has been fixed. Let's move on. The next thing it says, I am officially, by the way, on instruction number, let me go to my instructions, there it was. I've done number 5, number 6, number 7. I've turned the speaker off, which is number 8. Okay, now I'm going to pretty it up. I'm on number 9. Change the font to any size, color, and style you wish, because we are publishing this to the web. So I am going to come back here and I'm going to make it look good. I'm going to give it a title. Look at that, I didn't capitalize the first word in the sentence. There we go. All right, so my title's going to go above it at the top, and I'll not be very creative and just simply name it, let me get a big font because it's a title. I'm going to name it A Disney Vacation. Okay, so I have that, and the rest of it, I guess I'll change my font to, let's make it red, and I will make the font, you want it to be readable. You don't want to choose a cursive for a web page. How many web pages have you ever seen that there is a cursive font on it? I've never seen one. If it's out there, I haven't seen it. And we are publishing this to the web, so let's do, I think I'll do Georgia. Alrighty, and I'll make it a size, okay, we'll go size 12. And I'm going to space out my paragraphs a little bit just to make it look, make it easier to read. There we go. All right, a Disney Vacation, got my font, got my size, style, and color. I'm all good. Let's go back to the instructions. Add 2 pictures anywhere that I wish. All righty, so I think I'll put a photograph right here, and I think I'll center it to make it look nice. And I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and I think I'll just search the web, see what I can get. I'm going to put Disney World. Alrighty, we'll go with, I'll put this one in. So click on it and click Insert. And of course the picture's huge, so I'm going to resize it just a bit. Remember, grab the corner and pull it in. Don't use the top, bottom, or sides. It really messes the picture up. So just use the corner to resize, any one of the corners. All right, there's one photograph. I think I'll put another one here. Again, you get to choose where you want the picture to go, so it's totally up to you. Once again, Insert Image. I'll search the web, and since we're still doing a Disney theme, we'll just do the Magic Kingdom Castle. And it's too big, so let me resize it where it's close to the same size as the previous one. It's still a little big. All right, it's going to go on 2 pages, but once we publish it to the web, it will not look like that, so don't worry about that. All right, next one, let's go back to our instructions. The next instructions, I'm on number 11, by the way, says insert a link to a website related to your topic. All right, so I need a link to something because web pages have links. You know what? Wouldn't it make sense if I just simply linked to Disney World? So I am going to select that. Let's say the word Disney World. All right, and I'm going to go to Insert and then Link. And here's the search box where I'm going to put in the address. Now, I've already gone out on the internet and found the website address that I want. But what's so cool about Google is it's thinking for me. Look at that. It knows exactly the website that I wanted to link to based on the words there. By the way, guys, that's artificial intelligence at its best. The computer is thinking for me. It's reading. It knows what I'm writing, and it's thinking for me. Now, it's not always right, but in this case, it was. So I'm just going to click this where it says Walt Disney World there. It puts the link in for me. If yours doesn't do that, by the way, you're going to need to go out on the internet, find the website you want to link to, The address bar is at the top of the web page up here, right here. You are going to highlight the address and then copy, and then you can come back into your blog. Let me get there. And paste it in. But I didn't have to do all that. Now that the address is there, I'm going to click apply, and I've officially put a link on my what's soon to be a web page. All right, next up, the instructions. Number 12 says publish the document to the web by going to the file menu and choosing publish to the web. All right, so I'm on number 12. Let's go do it. So I click here. I'm going to go to file, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to find publish to the web, which is about 3/4 of the way down. And I'm basically just going to publish it. So I click publish. It says, are you sure you want to publish this selection? Why, yes, I am. So I'm going to click OK. And there it is. It's published. I've got the link here. All I have to do is copy it. Notice I get a little speech bubble to pop up that says press Control-C to copy it. So I'm going to press Control-C. It's copied. I'm ready to turn that into, well, Google Classroom. So here we go. Close this on out and go to Google Classroom over here on the side. I'm ready to turn it in. I'm on the assignment, which is called January 27, 21 blog. I know a lot about. Okay, so I'm there. Now I'm going to click add, and I have a link. So I'm just going to click link. This is something new. We haven't added a link to Google Classroom before. So make sure you choose link. And then I'm just going to paste that link in and click add link. You're officially turning in a link to your web page. Awesomeness. I'm going to click turn in, and it says you're about to turn this in. You want to turn it in? Yeah, I want to turn it in. Turn in. And I have a web page. It's really cool. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good day.